I'm going to call Dr. Megan Wood. She is an amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And it is a pleasure to take a call on this because I would like to speak to my amendment to the amendment that Chris Hipkins foreshadowed in his contribution to the House. But before I do that, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to join other colleagues in congratulating Phil Twyford for bringing these amendments to the House that mean that we can, in this bill, debate some real issues of substance around housing and things that might actually add to the debate. And like other members, I would like to thank the National Party for giving us this extended and protracted period to debate housing in this House, because it is something that we welcome. But Mr. Chairman, my amendment is to clause 5B, so new part 50T2, and what it does in the clause that reads, within 6 months of the completion of the plan required under subsection 1, the Minister must present a copy of that approved plan to the House of Representatives. My amendment to that inserts after subsection 1, but not later than the 1st of March 2017. So it is not good enough under this amendment that Phil Twyford has brought for the Minister to sit back, to do what he's done for the last 8 years, which is precisely nothing to address the issues of housing affordability, that there is then an onus on the Minister to actually do something. Because, Mr. Speaker, until we change the government later next year, that we have to have legislative requirements to get this government to actually do something. Now, Mr. Nato gave a contribution where he told us that don't worry, we're doing it anyway. Nobody believes that. People can look around, they can look at the gold medal that New Zealand won in terms of housing affordability just today and see that housing affordability is at a crisis point in New Zealand. Too many New Zealanders are being shut out of the Kiwi dream. And if Mr. Nato thinks that the national government is currently doing enough, then I think it is absolutely critical that we have this debate and expose the government for the do-nothing government that they are on the issue of housing affordability. If the people on the opposite benches think what they are doing is adequate to address the issues we have around housing affordability, Mr. Chairman, it is no wonder that we are in this muddle that we're in, that we have too many New Zealanders shut out of the issue of housing affordability. So the amendment we are bringing would actually require this government to do something. This government that has had 8 years in office and has been presiding over an escalating problem. So a plan would have to be produced. And Mr. Chairman, that would be a first, because what we are learning every time one of the very few government members does get on their feet and take a call, and I do commend the government members that actually have got on their feet and taking a call, more and more the layers of the onion are peeled back to reveal just how much this government does not understand the problem that New Zealand is facing here. That what is revealed every time one of the government members speak is the lack of ability to grasp the real problem. And the real problem is there are not enough houses being built at an affordable price. It is the Labour Party that has come up with a plan to do that. We're going to put a plan in place, we're going to put a target in place, and we are going to build those houses. And Mr. Chairman, that brings me also to another provision in this amendment that I would like to speak to, and that's new clause 50U2, and that is 50T3, where the Minister must report to this Parliament on progress. Because what we have learned from the last 8 years is some accountabilities have to be put in place. It is not good enough for a government that can just sit back, do nothing, and then claim it is, as Mr. Naro says, don't worry, help is already on the way. Well, that is absolute codswallop. And what is more, the people of New Zealand absolutely do not buy that this government is doing anything to address the issue of housing affordability. It has taken a comprehensive plan from Labour, of which we will get the chance to debate over the course of today and tonight and possibly tomorrow, around what that comprehensive plan looks like, because this government needs to see up close what real action on housing looks like, because at the moment nothing is happening.
I'm calling